Okay, setting up the therapist section, and if we look right here, we'll see Becky, and real quick we got a couple things. We have our basic title right here, obviously her name, a basic little paragraph of text right here, we see that, her image of course, and the bullets. So unofficially we have 5 different sections that we have to contend with when we're setting up the back end, setting this up in the back end of the site. So first thing we want to do is navigate to Pages. So we'll see that right here on the left, Pages. Let's go ahead and click All Pages. Alright, and what we'll see is Becky and amongst some other pages all listed in here for the site. This contains all the pages on the site. But for an example, I want to show you Becky's real quick since we're looking on that section on the front end, on this section here. We'll see her name right here in this field, and that's what shows up here. Okay, we'll see the basic paragraph of text. Obviously that's this little paragraph right here. Her image, which we see here, which we upload right here. And then down here we have something called custom fields, where we set up the subtitle right here and the bullet points. Now real quick, if you are not seeing a section called custom fields, what you want to do is come over to the top right and you'll see something called screen options. Alright, here, go ahead and click it. You'll get a drop down, and what you want to do is make sure custom fields is checked, because if it's not checked, what's going to happen is you are not going to see anything. It'll be blank like this. So it might confuse you when I start talking about custom fields if you don't show anything. So just go ahead and click that, make sure it's checked, and then we should be good to go. Now, special is the title of the custom field that shows the bullets, and then subtitle does just that. It's going to show this text right here. So whatever information you type here and or here will show up in their subsequent blocks in their areas, as in here or right up top. Okay? And what's important to make this bullet point work, the bullets, individual bullets work, is to have this little bit of text and this little bit of text on each end, what we call HTML. So if you wanted to add a line, for example, let's see, we want to add this is fun, and make that a bullet, we have to make sure we have this little line of HTML on the end, on the beginning, as well as on the end. Once we've done that, let's click Update. If we refresh, we'll see the little text, the little line of text show up. Okay, now obviously I want to take that out. Let's go ahead and delete this out, hit Update. We're set. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually do this in a live version. I'm just covering the bases here. Let's go ahead and add Debbie. Debbie's the new one that we need to set up. So let's go ahead and do that. So if we look right here, we'll see Add New. But you also will see Add New right here on the left under the Pages section. As well, if you're in the list of pages, you'll see Add New. So there's a few different ways you can get to it. Let's go ahead and click Add New. And then we're going to enter the title here, which would be Debbie. Okay. Her paragraph of text, that goes right here. I was not forwarded any text, so I'm going to leave that blank for now. Now, a big and very, very important item is over here on the right. You'll see Page Attributes. Okay, and then Template. Basically, what Template does is it tells the page how to lay out, how to format, how it's going to look when you're looking at it. For instance, if we're looking at the home page, it looks quite different. We got this little section here, we got a video here, some text here, as opposed to if we're looking at the staff and the therapist section, they're conversely laid out quite differently. So we need to make sure that we set the template to look like this section. So under Template, click the default template drop-down, and we want to choose Radiation Therapists. That's going to allow this layout to look like every other therapist layout. Okay. Next thing we want to do is add our image. So this image that we have right here, we want to set that. Now it's very important on your image size to make sure you have an image that's going to fit within that. You don't want to upload a really large picture. The best size to upload would be 200, even 190 in width. 190 in width, maybe up to 215, 220 by 185, 175, 190 in that area. So I would say a good number would be 200 by 190. So as long as you're within that frame, you should be okay. So once let's go back, let me back up since I went into the numbers there a little bit. Let's go back to set featured image. I'm going to go ahead and select files from my computer. You can see it's highlighted from the computer. Select files. I'm going to find the one that was forwarded to me. Set at 205 in width. Hit open. It's going to upload it. And now what we want to do is click this little link right here that says use as featured image. Go ahead and just close this out once it's done. And now we'll see the image is there. And we can actually just go ahead and hit save in the middle of our progress just in case something happens, we don't lose what we've done. Okay, we've saved it. Now the next two items are setting the subtitle and the bullets. Okay, so let's go ahead and work with the subtitle. So we come down to the custom fields. We'll see this little box here says select. Let's go ahead and click the drop down and we'll do subtitle. And we're going to go ahead and type in the subtitle, which would be our staff radiation therapist. So I'm just going to actually copy and paste this to make it easy. Paste it. And then we're on to our next one. So once you're ready for the next one, hit add custom field. Hit your drop down. What we want is special. That's going to be our bullets. And as you can see, we can actually raise this little box up and down, maybe give it some more space. So like I said, we also want to enter this little bit of HTML for each bullet. So I'm going to go ahead and copy in from over here the bullets. I'm going to pause while I do this, that way you don't have to watch me enter all this. Okay, now you can see I've added all the bullets. Now what we want to do is go ahead and hit add custom field. That's going to go ahead and save that in. Don't worry about this new box. It's meaningless. Let's go ahead and hit Save Draft. And then we're all set. So we actually can do a couple things here. We can publish it. That means make it live. We can do a preview to see what it looks like. Either one doesn't really matter at this time as far as being live and people seeing it, whether you've made a mistake or not. But just for the purpose of this, let's go ahead and click Preview. And what we'll see here is Debbie's picture, her bullets, her name, and the subtitle. Now, this area should push down because normally there's a small paragraph of text here, like that's here on Becky's page. That'll kind of make some more space for you to push more down. She also has a few more bullets. So what's going to happen is if someone has the page really large like this, it's going to shrink, it's going to pull up. But I do have a very large monitor, and it's fully stretched out, so you're probably going to be viewing something more along the lines like that. Okay? Now, since we previewed it, it looks to be okay. We can actually publish it and save it and make it live. So let's go ahead and publish. Now it's published, you would think that, hey, it's already going to be in the menu. So if we come down to staff and click radiation therapist, it's not there. So why is it not there? Pretty simple. Once we've set up our page, what we want to do is go to the menu in the back end. We want to look to appearance. And in appearance we have menus. Okay, expand. Once we get there, we're going to see all the pages and all the menu items that we have for the site. Alright? So what we want to do first is add Debbie's page to this menu. So we'll see that right here in most recent, it's the top one because of course it's the most recent made. We'll check it. We'll hit add to menu. Okay, now what we'll see is it's down here at the bottom. Okay, so what we need to do is find a way to make sure it's under the radiation therapist section. How do we do that? Pretty simple. Let's scroll up a little bit. We're going to see the radiation therapist section right probably halfway in the middle. We'll see Becky and Charlene. So what we want to do is drag this up and put it right in there. So we kind of pull this up a little bit. We'll see right here, radiation therapist Becky and Charlene. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. Make sure it lines up. Once we're done, we can click Save here or Save Menu here. And what we should see is that this is now in place and ready to go. Let's hit our staff button, our radiation therapists. There's Debbie. Go ahead and click that, and there we are. And that's it for this one.